As a veteran, small business owner, what can we do for you?
What we can all do for all veteran business owners is promote each other.
My main mission was to look at tools of technology to leverage small business and give them more of a competitive advantage.
My mission for Veteran Bargains is very simple: to help vets.
That story in itself, to run for Vista City Council, is a journey.
I think this is an opportunity to really collaborate with those gone before us.
It's really kind of a labor of love.
And now your host.
And welcome back to the Veterans Radio Show. Thank you for joining us today. On our Veterans Radio Show, we talk with heroes in action, making a difference every single day in the community. I'm your host, Shelley Harrison, and I'm also proud to serve as the co-director for the Inland Empire Orange County chapter of the Veterans Chamber of Commerce, the National Veterans Chamber of Commerce. We want to thank our audience for tuning in. And without you, we couldn't do this. And we would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also on our LinkedIn and our Facebook page. Go ahead and give it a like and come back and visit us every Friday, because we have the most amazing guests that are doing great things out in, just the entire world. So today is no different. We have a wonderful guest, and you'll meet him in just a moment. His name is Mario Fields, and I've known him for a few years, and you'll get to meet him in just a moment. So as far as I want to actually introduce him. So I'm going to give you an idea of who Mario is, and then we'll get into the interview in just a moment. So Sergeant Major Mario P. Fields, a United States Marine Corps retired. He's a dynamic personality and highly sought after resource in business and professional circles for those looking to expand opportunities. He served 26 years in the United States Marine Corps before starting a successful career as a small business owner in the nonprofit and for-profit sectors. His reputation reflects unquestionable integrity, resilience, accountability, and commitment to others. And again, you'll meet him in just a moment. I want to give our sponsor a shout out. So we have one of our very wonderful sponsors, which is Berry University. Berry University is committed to helping military families and veterans achieve their degree faster by offering college credit for military service. So thank you to Berry University for all your support and what you do for our veterans. We also have an event coming up, and it is going to be actually in July. So July 23rd and 24th, we are hosting, the National Veterans Chamber of Commerce is hosting a workshop that is going to be phenomenal. It is a workshop with Jerry Foster, who is the branding evangelist, and also Mark Mays, who is an executive business advisor. So on July 23rd and 24th, it's a 2-day event, and it is online, and we'll have all of the details. We don't have them today. We're in the process of pulling all that together. So the topics are Branding Warrior with Jerry Foster, how to create a big brand for a small business, even if your resources are limited. And if anybody knows Jerry, he is a powerhouse and just incredible with branding. He's been doing it for years. And then with Mark Mays, the topic, which would be on Sunday, it's harnessing your business performance, for accelerated growth. 2 very accomplished businessmen, and I can't wait to moderate, but we'll get more details for you. But just keep July 23rd and 24th on your calendar. You won't want to miss this. I am going to welcome Mario Fields. Mario, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shelley. I am honored and glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here too. And I have to say that, we've known each other for a few years. In fact, I think the very first meeting that we had, I have a little token here that I want to share. This is something that you gave me during our first meeting, and it had such a profound effect on me. And I have it on my desk every day. And I would love for you to kind of share with our audience, what is the meaning of this, Mario, for people that haven't seen it?
No, thanks, Shelley. And
Yeah.
again, I feel like this is a coffee date at Starbucks in SoCal. We're not on a virtual platform.
That's right. And that's where we met, was Starbucks
It
with
was.
our executive director. Yeah.
We did. But no, so that's a challenge coin, but that's symbolic of a challenge coin. But that's my own personal coin, not really for a challenge per se. But I like to give that out to select group of people who I believe demonstrate enthusiasm and most importantly, care for other people. And when I first met you, I saw just in your eyes and your behavior that you really care.
Oh.
You do. Yeah. You care about people. And you just want to see the best out of people. And I was like, yeah, I got to give Shelley
Oh, well,
my
thank
perfect
you,
point.
Mario. And it does. It means so much to me. And I deeply appreciate it. And, it, like I said, it's on my desk and I keep it very, very protected and safe. And I appreciate that. And I also want to thank you for your 26 years of service. I mean, we are grateful for that. And, I'm sure that, your whole family was to thank. And we salute you for your service. And I know that you've been doing some great things, and we're going to get into that. I would love for you to kind of share with our audience, Mario, just a little bit about yourself. And I know that you, as far as your, what you're doing now with especially still serving. So can you kind of start from there?
Yeah, a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan. I was a third of four children, and I had a wonderful life before I joined the Marine Corps. Then I did that journey for about 26 years, and then decided to retire. Listened to my wife. She said, "Hey, it's time to move on and impact the world, right?"
Yeah.
And she said, "You can't do that, Mario. Still on active duty," which she was accurate and she was right. So I quickly transitioned out of the United States Marine Corps and became an entrepreneur. 2018 founded Still Serving Incorporated, which is a nonprofit with a tax ID 501c3.
Yeah.
And then a for-profit company called Global Inspirational Speakers, which is a inspirational speakers bureau. So that's a little bit about me, and that was not my vision, right? That was not my dream or goal. But here we are 3 years later.
Yeah. And I mean, and you've done an incredible job. I went to the website. Initially, when I first found out about it, I went to the website, and now I, revisited again. And it's wonderful what you're doing, and knowing that, you are very driven to help and support other people. As far as the inspiration behind that, Mario, what do you think is the inspiration behind Still Serving, and your Global Speakers Network too?
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time overseas, and during that time, we helped a lot of, and I say we, the Marines and sailors, with me, and some civil servants. We used to help a lot of children. Right? We would go to the schools. We would help, teach English, and lots of effort invested into civic duties outside of the bases, right, overseas.
Yeah.
But when I came back to the United States, I was like, what am I doing to help our next generation? And I asked myself that question.
Yeah.
And I couldn't answer it. I said, yeah, I raised my, my two adult children, but that's micro. What am I doing on a macro scale with the gifts and experiences, right? Global perspectives and experiences to help our next generation United States. So that was the driving force, if you will, behind finding and creating Still Serving Incorporated.
Yeah. And I know that, it's focused on improving academic performance and career opportunities for students living in underserved communities through partnership and donations. So, the mission that you have, share with us and our audience, what do you feel is your mission and kind of the direction that you want to go with this, knowing that you want to impact, the globe, but what is your personal mission on this?
Yeah, I just feel there's a lot of talent in underserved communities, in more specific Title I schools. We're Title I school. That means that the United States government has, credentialed the school Title I, and that's because 40% or more of the students are pretty much low income, and they need financial assistance, right? So I believe that there's a lot of talent in underserved communities. They just need someone to create an opportunity for them. And I believe that our organization, although still in its infant stage,
Mm-hmm.
20, 100 years down the road, will be able to provide that opportunity where we partner with educators and industry experts that create
Mm-hmm.
opportunities, and we can increase academic achievement and tap into some of that talent. Now that's lying right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how exactly does it work? When you think of your organization, I know there's a lot of moving parts, but how does it work for, let's say, the students? How do they get kind of tied in with your organization?
Oh, Shelley, great question. So the school we adopted when we first started, which this school first started, so it was pretty neat. We started together. It's called Innovation Early College High School. It's out of Greenville, North Carolina. They don't
Yeah.
have an actual brick and mortar. So East Carolina University allows the faculty, right, and the students to use their facilities for this school.
Yeah.
And so we started together, and where we are today is we have 5 economic sectors, right, career pathways, and
Yeah.
in the way we start to develop an understanding of which students would probably be good in what career pathways. That could be human services, financial, skilled trades, technology. Is we provide this resource called it's for career exploration, and we just partnered with a company called A Way To. We're now starting next school year with our adopted school. Students will be able,
Oh,
yeah, they'll be able to do it from their
yeah.
iPhone. They can fill out ask the questions, answer the questions, and
Yeah.
this resource is designed to provide the students a guideline on, hey, this is where we think, right, we believe you would be strong in with your skills. And after
Yeah.
that, it's also tied into local businesses, colleges, certification programs. It is a
Mhm.
pretty neat resource that we're about to launch here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And and you mentioned partnerships, and who would be an ideal partner for your organization? I know you mentioned a few of them, but if you really had to kind of put a wish list together, what would that look like?
What it would look like for me is local educators and industry leaders are
Mhm.
partnered around the school near them.
Yeah.
That would be my wish list, is that business leaders, educators, they partner, create these opportunities within these pathways with the Title I school right in their backyard.
Yeah.
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 You
So
know,
that,
and no, and I think a typical day for you, I could just imagine, because you've got so many things going on. But what does a typical day look like for you? A Monday, let's say.
yeah. So if you would ask me this question in 2018, I would have been like, yeah, typical day starts at about 3:30 in the morning and ends
Oh my
about
gosh,
10.
3:30 in the morning. Wow, you're an early bird.
Well,
But not anymore, right?
you know how it is when you're building a
Yeah.
vision from scratch. In the nonprofit sector, you got to build a board. All of the
Yeah,
administrative.
long nights and early mornings.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! But now the typical day for me, I get up about maybe 6 in the morning. Get up 6, have a cup of coffee, and then run through
Yeah.
my KPIs. Right. So go through still
I like that.
serving, go through the emails. I have a process. So I have a process I follow. So I go through my administrative things, and then I'll switch to
Yeah.
global and kind of go through those administrative requirements. But that's what a
Yeah.
typical Mondays are like, my admin days.
Yeah, that's usually a good day, to do admin work. And I would imagine that every day is, you've got a lot of things that you're working on. And what is the one thing that you really enjoy about what you're doing?
The impact on the students.
Yeah.
Shelley, when we did a check presentation on, I want to say March 29th, and it's on my website. You can see the photos. But when I had announced it to those students that they were going to have a career exploration resource that they
Oh,
can use starting school year, right, 2021, 2022. And I
yeah.
started to give them kind of a Reader's Digest on what that was going to provide for them. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
The
probably
response,
the eyes got big.
priceless,
Yeah.
priceless,
Oh, priceless. Yeah.
priceless.
Well, and it's kind of exciting now, because when you look at all the high schools, really all of them, the middle school, high school, and colleges, now they're going back to a degree of in-person graduations. And I know, having last year, my son, we didn't have a graduation. He just went up on a stage and, we were in the car taking pictures. But now it's wonderful to see that, the kids that are able to walk that walk, that they look forward to after so many years of being in school.
Right.
What's your reaction with that?
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, when I went to give a speech and to do that presentation, I mean, the campus was empty.
Oh,
And it was, it was odd. And then we, of course, we had our mask on, but now to start to see that social interaction, which I think is very important for the students. To me, it's refreshing to see we're starting to get back to where there's some social interaction, and now we can actually see the students, and it's not a virtual platform.
exactly. And I think, probably for the teachers too, and faculties where, they've been in the schools, whether they're on campus or not, it's been a challenge for them too. And I know you work with a lot of them. So it's good to see, like you said, that, the world is hopefully getting back to normal soon, sooner than later.
Yeah. And Shelley, one of the other challenges in underserved communities, a lot of students don't have internet in their homes.
Yeah.
So for me too, to see them back on campus and back on facilities that provide these resources is another thing that's refreshing.
Yeah,
Where
that's a great point.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
don't
great
have it at
point.
home.
And that's a basic, where a lot of us depend on to do the show, we have to have the internet. And I just couldn't imagine, especially knowing how curious and, kind of excited kids get, when they learn something new or they get online and, they do research, whether it's for a project or school or whatnot. But it's nice to see the changes that are coming about, and it's going to be a new normal. What do you feel is the kind of the silver lining for you, just all of the projects that you have going and making a move, where you said you're 60 days out, moving to from California and going to a different state?
First of all, thank goodness I built the company's virtual.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I was in our business plan, right? I put, deliberately got a very wonderful gentleman on my board who specializes in facilities. And so I was already imagining, right, in about 3 to 5 years, we'll do a brick and mortar. We'll combine both, right? Both headquarters, global inspirational speakers, and still serving.
Yeah.
It'll be an in-kind donation from global inspirational speakers, and we'll grow from there.
Oh.
And then the pandemic hit, and I said, well, thank goodness that I built these things virtual. So silver lining is we're very comfortable in a virtual space, and it doesn't prevent us from expanding throughout the nation.
Exactly. Oh gosh, it's different for everyone too. And I know, especially, with all the projects that you have, and also being a, podcast producer and a host, where, it does make it nice to have, a home office and, be able to work from home or virtually in an office, like you mentioned, where it would be nice to combine forces. But again, we have to be kind of, a little bit resourceful so that we can impact lives based on, what our passion is. I wanted to bring we have our executive director with us, Mario, and I'd like to have Joe Molina come on and say a few words.
Well, Mario, is so long ago since last time we saw each other.
Joe, I miss you, first of all. And I would give you a big hug, but there's some barriers. But good to see you, Joe.
Yeah, we'll give you a virtual hug.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm really excited to have you on the show and to hear your new venture. When we met at that Starbucks that you, Shelley, and I met, it was a long time ago. It was very hot. It was.
It was.
But it was a really kind of like the starting point of the process, and it's really amazing to see how far you have come and all the great things that you're doing, and I mean you are the man. I mean I have to say, my salute to you. I mean it's great what you're doing, anything that that we can support you at any point, please, as always, as your friends and supporters, always with you, man.
Joe, I accept your belief, but I have to disagree with I'm the man. Listeners and viewers, let me tell you real quick about Joe Molina. He is one of the most intellectually sound business philanthropist. I mean, you name it. You just keep going with adjectives about Joe. And I would leave Starbucks having a session with Joe, and I would go, babe, I got work to do. I thought I had 1%.
I'm right there with you, Mario. Me too.
So Joe, thank you for everything you've done for me in helping me develop a very macro right mindset and challenging my own beliefs to continue to expand in both sectors in the business world. So Joe, you have a lot to do with that, my friend. So you're the man.
Well, that honors me. That's an honor to hear that from you and Shelley. Thank you both.
Thank you.
But it is just a pleasure to really hear and see how much you're impacting education. As you know, I'm a faculty member, so education is a priority also for me. And it's amazing what you're doing, and I'm sure you're impacting so many lives. And it's just, man, I'm very proud of you, man. Really proud of you.
Thank you so much, and likewise, my friend.
All right.
That is so awesome. And we actually have 2 questions from the audience. So Joe, if you want to stick around, we can have those questions asked. So are there any short-term goals to expand the services and programs to other areas? Also, thank you for your passion and continued service. A true inspiration. Thank you, Vic, for that question. So Mario, we'll throw it on over to you.
Yeah, there are short-term goals to expand. And right now the plan is to expand our services near our board members. So that's one. We have a few board members in California, so that's one of our next stops in Riverside County, and then Tennessee and some other areas. So that's kind of the next plan of expansion is get a school, a Title I school that we can adopt and build relationships with that faculty in the school district where our board members are located. So that is the short-term plan to expand our services.
Very good. Yeah. And thank you for that question, Vic. And then our second question, what was that one challenge when you were starting that possible ended your mission?
Yeah, I would say the one challenge was the mission statement was too broad. When I first started still serving, I'm a big thinker, right? And probably 'cause I'm short, I don't know. But the mission was we're going to we're going to promote, mental health. We're going to help people who battle, who deal with mental illness. We're going to support battered women who are in shelters. The third thing was foster children. The fourth thing was veteran homeless. And the fifth thing was create veteran jobs. So that was the initial mission statement. And the board was like, this is confusing. And I thought they were going to fire me. So that was that. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And let's see, question from LinkedIn. How can a school contact you?
Now, great question. So you go on our website, www.stillservinginc.com. And on the landing page, on the main page, there's contact. There's a form that anyone can fill out, a partner, a potential school, or just someone who wants more information. We'll get that information, and then our secretary will take care of it. And we'll be in contact with them soon. So that's the best way to get in contact with me or the team.
Yeah. That's. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
And as the other option is just contact Shelley, contact me. We'll put you in touch with Mario. Absolutely. And you mentioned Riverside, which is that's really Shelley's chapter is located.
Yeah. And I know some schools out here.
Their strategy behind what Mario P. feels, right? What I do. So.
I think so. we have to have that offline talk, Mario. We've got so many great things that we could be doing together, and along with the Veterans Chamber. Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Well,
awesome.
Thank you very much, Mario. Thank you, Shelley, for allowing me to come in and say hi to Mario. I'm gonna let you continue with the interview, and I'll be signing off, and then we'll be in touch later.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. We appreciate it. All right. And Mario, I'm going to give another shout out to one of our sponsors real quick before we go back to our interview. I want to thank Hari Mari. They are actually an apparel and footwear company, and they're out in Texas. And I happen to have a pair of them, and I love them. So you might want to go to their website, take a look at what they have to offer. They have wonderful footwear and apparel. And I want to give a shout out to the Stewarts, who are the owners of Hari Mari, and Katie, who we've been working with. So thank you for your sponsorship, Hari Mari. And Mario, back to you. So what I would like to do is find out from you, what is the one thing that you could share with our audience that is the tip that is just, going to help them, whether it's in business or starting a nonprofit or, fill in the blank?
Yeah, no, thanks, Shelley. Great question. The one thing I would say is being deliberate and disciplined in building a team around you to help you. Yeah, that is critical. Because you want to have a team, not necessarily that's going to agree with you. You don't want that, but you want people around you that share the same vision that you have. And also they're not afraid to tell you that, hey, your slogan is horrible. Here's here's a better, here's another way to look at it. But you have to deliberately interview, watch, study, research people, their behaviors to figure out if they have shared values. If they do, then yes, if nonprofit sector, build a board, a diverse board, but they all the commonality is they share the same values, and same thing for profit.
Yeah, no, that is great. I mean, that helps our audience right there. I mean, just, making sure that you bring those people in that are going to help support, and, like you said, that shared vision where they can, really buy into the whether it's a business model or it's a mission, whatever that might look like. For you, Mario, what's next?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I ask myself that every day. Mario, what's next? What's next for me is expanding the ability to go live, to create new platforms, to bring in different people, speakers, and to grow the veteran connections in the entrepreneurial space online and different platforms in the future. So that's one initiative, and then the second thing is starting 2022 is to continue to finalize our restructuring of our Speakers Bureau to provide coaching, consulting in the government contracting space solely in the future. So that's kind of what's on the horizon.
Oh, and I know you have the two different entities. What is the website for the global group for the speakers?
Yeah, so website for Global Inspirational Speakers is www.globalinspirationalspeakers.com. And you can also put that in the search engine, and it's got pretty good SEO, so it'll pop up.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. Like I said, the work that you're doing is just phenomenal for our veterans, and also, for students, just like you said, you'd really like to impact, the globe. And I think that's possible. It's been wonderful having you here, Mario, and I really appreciate you. We had some great conversations, and, again, I'm cherishing this. It means so much to me, and I appreciate it. Again, we want to thank our audience for being here with us and tuning in. We're here every Friday for the National Veterans Chamber of Commerce radio show. And we invite you to, if you want to, replay or share this out, be sure to subscribe. Also visit us on our website, which is vccsd.org. And we'd love to have you, just kind of check out our website with all the different programs that we have going. And again, we want to thank Berry University for their sponsorship, and also Hari Mari. And Mario, we want to give you, a salute again for being here. You gave an incredible amount of support and information today that's going to help our audience, and we appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Shelley, and be safe out there in Southern California.
Oh, we sure will. And you be safe out that too. Be safe out there too, because I know you've got some interesting weather today. So
Absolutely. Thank you.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much. And we'll see everyone next time. Thank you.